In order to get your customers to join your restaurant's email list, you have to have a form or a landing page for them to enter their email address on. In today's video, I'll share tips and strategies for designing your form or landing page and which one to choose, so stay tuned. My name is Mark Sieverkrop. I'm a business strategist and restaurant owner, and this is day 10 of a 30-day video training series I've created called the Inflation Proof Restaurant. In each episode of this series, I break down how you can create your own automated sales machine within your restaurant by implementing direct response email marketing. Now, if you missed previous days, don't worry. I've created a complete mind map that outlines the entire process, including all 30 videos, companion guides for all of those videos, templates, examples, and other resources to make this as easy as possible. So if you want to see the full process and you want to access all the resources from all 30 days, you can purchase the mind map for just $7 by visiting www.inboxingenuity.com/mind map and completing the order form there. And if you're one of those people who would rather just have your automated sales machine set up for you, including creating the form or the landing page and setting it up, linking it, and all of that stuff, we can totally do that. That's actually one of the main ways that we work with restaurants. If you want to have a conversation with me about having me and my team set up your automated sales machine and all of the associated tech for you, you can book a no obligation call today by going to www.inboxingenuity.com/apply. Now, let's start talking about creating your landing page or form. Okay, so what is a landing page? And when I say landing page, it could be a landing page or it could be a form. There's two different options, and we're going to talk in a second about what the difference is. But for ease of use, I'm just going to say landing page throughout this training. So your landing page is where your customers go when they scan the QR code or go to the URL on your flyers or other marketing materials to get your irresistible offer. It collects all of the important and necessary information to add the customer to your email system, which of course we recommend being ConvertKit, which you can get by going to www.inboxingenuity.com/ConvertKit. So the question is, what do you include on that landing page? Well, you want to include all of the information that you need to collect in order to add them to your system. So at the very, very least, this is going to be their email address. You may also want to add in their name, at least their first name, and depending on what you're doing, you can add some other fields as well. At DK's, we actually include birth month as a drop-down option where they can choose, and it actually tags their birth month. And we also include an option for their birth date, so the day of the month in which they were born, so that we have that information if we want to use it in the future. So you want to include all of that information. I will tell you, less is better. You'll get a higher conversion rate the less you ask for, but certainly I think at the very, very least you would want first name and email address for your restaurant. You may want to add birth month or birth date, depending on what you're doing with your list. You could also add in other things. If there's other things you want to know, you're welcome to add those things as well, but try to keep it as simple as possible for right now. Now, beyond just the things that you need to collect as far as information, your landing page will be very similar to your flyer that we talked about in the previous training. And you're going to follow 3 of the 4 rules that we addressed in that previous training. So you want to make sure that you clearly state the offer. You want to make sure you tell them what to do, and you want to know that less is better. The less that you have on here, the more clear it is, and the better it'll work. So here is a quick overview of those 3 rules, just as a recap. Again, we talked about them pretty much during the flyer training, but we're going to change them just a tiny bit for this. So the first is clearly state the offer. You want to make sure that quickly and easily they can understand what your offer is. Yes, they know what it is from the flyer, but when they get to the landing page, you want them to easily understand and remember why it is that they came here and wanted to give you their email address. And again, just like on the flyer, this will be the biggest part of the landing page. So make it crystal clear what you're asking them to do and what they're going to get and why they should care. So again, You can use phrases like join our birthday club, get a free dessert, get 15% off your next visit, up to $40 of deals every month. Even though they've gone to your landing page, you still need to convince them to give you their actual email address. They have to actually do it still. So we need to clearly state the offer again on your landing page. Next, we need to tell them what to do. We want to clearly state what to do to get the offer. Don't leave anything to chance. Again, you can't assume. You can't assume they know what to do. You can't assume that they know that they need to fill out the information and then click the button. So you want to use phrases like fill out this form and click the red button, or click the green button, or click the blue button, whatever color your button is. And then the button should say something like, yes, sign me up now. Yes, add me to your list. Yes, I want to join the birthday club. Something like that that clearly states that they need to push that button so that they can join your email list. And finally, again, less is better. Your landing page has to have all the information that you need, including, like I said, their name, their email address, maybe their birth date, some of those other things, but you don't want to clutter it with anything unnecessary. You can add a little bit more copy and benefits to the landing page beyond what you had on the flyer, just because you will have a little bit more room, but don't add extra copy or images if they're not necessary. Make sure it's moving them forward, moving them to making the decision to giving you their email address. Anything that doesn't do that needs to be left off of this page. Now, in the companion guide for this video, I go through step by step how to set up your landing page or form within ConvertKit, including step 1, step 2, step 3, images from ConvertKit showing you exactly how to do that. So again, if you want to get that information, you want to have that step-by-step training, you can go to inboxingenuity.com/mind map to get the full mind map and the companion guide that will show you exactly how to do this. But let's talk real quickly about the difference between a form and a landing page. The difference between a form and a landing page is quite simply a form is something that you will embed on another page. You could add it in the middle of a blog post. You could have different sorts of types of forms, ones that slide in, ones that are bars at the top of your page. You can do a lot of different things. So a form is something that will go onto a page. A landing page is a standalone page that they will go to, and it will just have the information to sign up on that page. There will be nothing else on that page. Which one do you choose? It doesn't matter. It's whichever one you want. If you have a website already, it may be easier for you to just create a form in ConvertKit and then use the HTML code to add that form to that page. That allows you to create your own URL for it and makes it super easy. If you don't have a website, then you can just use a standalone page. Or if you don't have access or you don't want to mess with it, you can have just a standalone page. Now, the other thing that I want to address is what to do with this form. You want to have an easy to use URL. When you create the form in ConvertKit, you can host it on ConvertKit. However, it will be a very ugly URL. So for me, one of our form, the URL is, let me tell you here, the URL is dk-s-drive-in-c.page/884c725b0b9er. It just goes on and on. That is not the URL that you want to put on a flyer. So you want to create a URL redirect. So you can do that by, if you're embedding the form on a page, that page could be your website /join, your website /sign up, your website /birthday club or birthday, whatever you want to use, something simple that's easy to remember, that's easy to type in. You don't want to use the hosted version link. You can also use redirects. You can create a redirect that just redirects to that page. That is what I would recommend you do. And there's different ways. There's like tinyURL. If you have a WordPress site, you can use pretty links. There's a lot of different ways to do redirects, and you can Google how to create a redirect with your type of site. You know, how to create a URL redirect in ClickFunnels, how to create a URL redirect on Squarespace, on Shopify, on WordPress. You can do that and you will find ways to do it. The other thing you can do, and I don't completely recommend this because we want to have two different ways for people to sign up, But as a last resort, as a way to start quickly, you could just use the QR code. Go to QR code dash or QR code or go to QR code monkey, QR code dash monkey.com, and you can enter that ConvertKit link there. It will redirect when they scan it, but it still doesn't give you that URL, which I highly recommend you have. So, if at all possible, create a form or page on your website, embed the form on that page, use that link, create a link for that one, and use that on your flyer. Now, the final thing that I want to address is often I'll hear people say, but I'm not good at designing things. Well, first off, ConvertKit has really great templates. You just use the templates, you upload your picture, you type in your copy, and it does it for you for the most part. Secondly, I want to tell you, you don't have to be a world-renowned graphic designer or website designer. If it's the right offer, your customers aren't going to care whether it's the most beautiful page they've ever seen in their life. They're just going to sign up because they want your offer. They want the $40 in deals. They want the free dessert. They want the 10% off their next order, whatever it is. So it doesn't have to be amazing. It's a very, our DK's form is very, very basic. There's not a lot to it. As someone who designs web pages and sales funnels and stuff, I actually think it's kind of ugly, but it's converting at like 73%. 73% of people that show up at that page give us their email address and join our list. So more than 7 out of every 10 people are signing up once they get there. So it doesn't have to be beautiful, amazing. It just has to address the irresistible offer and give them a way to sign up. That's it. Now, in our next video, we're going to go to the next step in the process, which is designing an effective email template so that you can use that template every single time. And this template's going to address a few things that are really important that will allow you to be promoting your restaurant in every single email you send. So stick around for that next training, and we'll see you then. Hey, super quick, I wanted to check in with you. So you've watched this training, maybe you've watched a few of the other ones, and you might be thinking, wow, Mark, this sounds like a lot of work. Or you might be thinking, I really just don't have time to do this. And if that's you, I want to suggest something. What if you just had me and my team do it for you? What if we just set up the entire automated sales machine for you? The tech, the marketing materials, the landing pages, the email copy, all of it. What if we just did it for you? If that's something that appeals to you, then I think you and I should chat. I want you to fill out the form at inboxingenuity.com/apply. And we can book a call to chat and see if it's right for you. Look, there's no obligation. We'll just have a conversation. I'll learn a little bit more about your restaurant, the goals that you have, the things that you want to accomplish, and we'll see if it's a good fit to have us work together and set up your automated sales machine for you. Again, if that sounds like something you might be interested in, go to inboxingenuity.com/apply to book your call now.